Hello, Recapped Mystery here. Today, I'm going to explain a South Korean drama film, Harmony. Watch out and take care. The film begins in a prison hospital, where Hong Jae-hye is delivering her son Min-Soo. The picture then shifts to a year later, where the inmates are housed. Yeon-sil and Hwa-ya, two ladies, may be seen gathering goods from other convicts for Min-Soo's first birthday party. Later, they celebrate Min-Soo's birthday because everyone adores the child. The little child pulls up handcuffs instead of typical gifts from the table, which surprises everyone. Later, they all pose for a group portrait. Suddenly, a female officer known as Chief Bang approaches the jail, scaring everyone. Chief Bang is nasty in her demeanor, and she begins searching the cell for a camera, despite Hong's pleas to the officer to allow her to keep the photos because it is her son's first birthday. The unpleasant cop drags everyone out and shreds the group photo in front of everyone. Everyone, including Hong, looks devastated when she does this. Later, a depressed Hong is consoled by her inmate Moon-ok, who is still shaken by the occurrence. Hong inquires about Moon-ok's singing voice and discovers that Min-Soo cries every time she sings. To demonstrate, she begins singing, which immediately causes Min-Soo to cry. Suddenly, a bus arrives, carrying another inmate, Yumi. Yumi is imprisoned in the same cell as Hong, Moon-ok, Yeon-sil, Hwa-ya, and Min-Soo. Just then, Min-Soo approaches her, but Yumi pulls him away and declares that raising a child in a prison will be a fond memory for him. Hearing this, Hong becomes infuriated and begins to assault the new female. Only when guards arrive and break up the brawl are they separated. The scenario then transitions into a flashback. Hong is sitting quietly in a car when someone informs her that he has medical documents on her husband's mental condition. The man goes on to suggest that he can only assist Hong if she speaks up. Hong's husband is shown to have regularly assaulted and tortured her. In the following scene, a pregnant Hong is assaulted by her intoxicated husband. Tired of his assault, she pushes him back, but he crashes on the glass table and is killed by mistake. Hong abruptly awakens and realizes that the flashback was a dream. Moving ahead, a perplexed Yumi begins slamming her head against the wall, causing it to bleed, prompting guards to intervene. She recalls being forced by her stepfather and murdering him. Officer Kong describes Yumi as a great spirit. She also tells that Yumi murdered her stepfather after years of sexual abuse. Knowing the truth about the murder, her sentence was reduced by 10 years. But she had often attempted suicide before coming here. Officer Kong brings letters and gifts to the jail. In the following scene, everyone sits and gossips while eating watermelon. Yumi enters unexpectedly, isolating her from the group. Min-Soo approaches her again and hugs her when he notices she is lonely. Moon-ok is shown contacting her daughter in the next scene, but her daughter instantly responds saying she dialed the wrong number. Moon-ok attempts to speak with her, but she cuts the conversation. Moon-ok's daughter despises her mother, as revealed here. The next day, all of the inmates are forced to sit in a hall where a choir is performing, which everyone adores. Then everyone exits the hall, and Min-Soo begins playing outside. The warden enters and greets Min-Soo and his mother, asking whether everything is good, to which she responds that everything is fine. She then offers starting a choir in the prison as a reformation program, which the warden fully supports. She also requests that if she does well at work, she be given a day off as a reward. The next day, the announcement to form the choir begins to circulate, and everyone becomes enthusiastic. She approaches Moon-ok about leading the chorus, but she appears uninterested. Moon-ok's daughter pays her a visit, but instead of speaking graciously, she vents her rage on her mother and departs. At the same moment, Yumi's mother arrives to meet her daughter, but she rejects to see her. Moon-ok, who is sad, begins playing a graceful tune on the piano. She recalls her husband cheating on her and running him and his lover over with a car. While Moon-ok plays the piano, Hong and Officer Khan enter the hall quietly and appreciate the old lady's performance. She flees out of the hall when she hears everybody clapping, but Hong begs her to give it a shot and lead the chorus. Without waiting for an answer, Hong tells her that they will begin tomorrow after lunch and exits the hall. On the ground, the inmates are debating how to solve their choir dilemma, and the little Min-Soo runs over to Yumi and hugs her once more. Just then, Some inmates arrive and begin picking on Yumi while pushing Minutes-woo to the ground. This enrages Yumi, who becomes enraged and attacks the group. A massive brawl erupts, and Yumi's cellmates rush to her aid. The guards arrive and separate the two groups. In the following scene, Chief Bang becomes enraged and goes to the warden to report the event. Elsewhere, we see that Yumi was severely injured in the event and is in the hospital. Moonoke stands beside her, thinking of her as her daughter. Hong also arrives, and she pursues her for the chorus. Finally, she agrees and begins the audition and selection process for the group. Everyone, however, sings poorly, implying that they are not prepared to perform. Hong is later summoned to the warden's office. Warden explains to Hong why they are not prepared to sing in the chorus. He explains to her that putting all the inmates in one location increases the potential of accidents, but Hong insists on seeing him again and again. Finally, the warden agrees and assigns them a 6-month preparation period. He argues that if nothing changes in the prison in 6 months, they will have to discontinue the choir. Hong is overjoyed and returns to her cell after hearing this. On the way, she comes across Yumi's musical voice, which captivates her. In the following scene, all of the detainees begin practicing together, and Moonoke instructs them on how to sing. Moonoke then states that the choir is nearly complete and that only a strong soprano is required. Hong suggests Yumi for the part, but when she approaches her, Yumi begins to offend her. When Hong hears this, he hits her and storms out of the hall. Yumi apologizes for her acts after realizing her errors. She also decides to join the choir and sings in front of the other convicts, who are all flattered by her vocals. The next morning, they all begin practicing again, and while rectifying their mistakes, one of the inmates misbehaves with Moonoke, causing them all to fight once more. Moonoke breaks up the brawl and tells them that they must stop fighting amongst themselves. She goes on to say that they must expose their emotions in order to sing freely. As a result, everyone begins to reveal the reason they are in prison. Some stories are amusing, while others are heartfelt. Days pass, and they practice a lot every day. Meanwhile, Hong works on her vocals. The performance day has finally arrived. The group performs in front of their inmates and prison officials, and everything goes extremely well. Everyone in the hall is enjoying and cheering for them. Hong is granted a day off, but on the same day, she learns that she must place her kid for adoption. She changes her clothing and leaves with Minutes-woo during the day. Everyone in the cell, even the choir, is depressed. Hong leaves her son at a kindergarten and requests that the photo album be given to the parents who will adopt him. She then leaves her son in the kindergarten, but before leaving, she runs back to see him. When she sees someone else holding her son, she bursts into tears. Knowing that it will be unpleasant for both parties, she resolves to depart right away. Hong is sad after having to abandon her son. She later rejoins the choir group in the hopes that music will gradually heal her. The choir practices and performs frequently. 4 years later, the choir is invited to the National Women's Competition as a special guest on Christmas Eve, which allows them to spend time with their loved ones. Officer Kong individually meets detainees' family members and hands them the performance tickets because many inmates were unable to contact their loved ones. Everyone is excited on the day of the performance because they haven't seen the outside world in a long time. As the concert begins, one of the ladies loses her diamond ring, and the inmates are implicated. They are made to strip naked, but Hong refuses since she feels she has done nothing wrong and fights back. Their performance has also been cancelled at the same time. After some while, Warden comes to their aid, and they proceed to the stage to execute their previously cancelled performance. They play well and move the audience to tears. A group of children then joins the choir. Minutes-woo is one of the performers in that ensemble. He is standing beside his biological mother. Hong quickly recognizes her son, but Minutes-woo does not. Everyone returns to their loved ones after the show. Hong gives Minutes-woo one more embrace before departing, and Minutes-woo's adoptive mother offers. Hong keeps a diary in which there are various images of Minutes-woo as a child. Yumi also had a tearful reunion with her mother. Moonoke's daughter approaches her one day and quickly hugs her. While crying, She repeatedly apologizes to her for mistreating her. Moonoke goes to see her daughter and son-in-law after being granted a day off. Moonoke returns to the prison happy because she is treated with the highest respect there. Her joy is short-lived, however, as the guards disclose that she is set to be executed. When her cellmates find out, they become quite emotional. She is the prison's oldest inmate and acts as a mother figure to everyone. Everyone begins singing as the officers haul her away. The end. Please subscribe to assist the channel, turn on notification and leave a like. Thank you for taking the time to watch. See you again soon.